UFC Fight Night, Grasso vs Shevchenko 2 takes place this weekend, and I'm going to go for the full card breakdown and in detail predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of Josephine Knutson versus Monica Man. 2 UFC debuters here. This is the most boring one, obviously. And it's females fight. Who cares? Knutson's gonna win. Man's not good. She got head kicked by Bruna Brazil. She's the girl that got head kicked by Bruna Brazil. That is not a good look. Although Brazil just is coming off a win over Shayna Dobson, I think her name is. I'm not gonna look. I need to guess this now. What's her name? I'm gonna guess. Mama B is her nickname. She beat the Irish girl, Bruna Brazil, last fight in UFC London. Aspinall versus Tybura. She beat Mama B. Shayna something. I don't know what her last name is. I'm gonna have to look. Great. I'm gonna have to look now. She beat Shauna Bannon. That's what her name was. Shane. Yeah, something like that. Just didn't know. I just completely forgot the Bannon part. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Josephine Knutson here. Monica Man is just not that good. She's stepping on short notice here. Josephine Knutson just came off a good win on the Contender Series like a month ago. She's active. She's good. She was supposed to fight Jasmine Lucindo. I think she'll win this one, probably by finish on the ground on the feet. We move on up the card. Charlie Campbell versus Alex Reyes. Now, Alex Reyes, what the fuck has he done in his entire career? I feel like this guy's a part-time janitor. I really think, I want to believe that. Maybe he is, but man, where the fuck has he been? Because I'm not going to pick him. I'm obviously going to go Charlie Campbell, catching him on the chin and knocking him out cold. Like, Alex Reyes is dumb. He's old. He's not good. Haven't seen good skill from him. Like, even when he was fighting, like, who the hell did he lost to? He lost to Mike Perry, destroyed him. You know, and he was supposed to fight Natan Levy. He was supposed to fight Trevor Peek back earlier this year. Way back in 2018, he was supposed to fight Nasrat Hakparas, but he pulled out. Charlie Campbell should win this one. If he doesn't, he's shit. But I know he'll win because he's coming off good wins. Got first round KO power. Only lost to Anthony Newton, whoever that is, but that was back then. And he lost to Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan's good. And he rocked Chris Duncan in that fight. Did better against Chris Duncan than Yanel Ashmouz. And he looked good in that fight. So I think this will be a relatively easy win. First round KO for Charlie Campbell. 28 years old, just hitting his prime now. I think he'll win this one. We move on up the card. Tracy Cortez versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Now, Tracy Cortez, she annoys me. She really does annoy me. I'm gonna go with Jasmine Jasudavicius here. I think so. But Tracy Cortez, she keeps pulling out of the hard fights, I've noticed. You know, she fights Melissa Gatto, looked shit in that fight. But, you know, J.J. Aldrich is a tough one for her. You know, J.J. Aldrich is a tough one for her. She could honestly lose that fight, to be honest with you. She could win it as well with the wrestling, but she could lose that on the feet. Amanda Hebos would just piece her up. Let's be real. Amanda Hebos would honestly just beat her. Because Cortez is no stand-up. She's shot on the feet. And she relies too much on wrestling. And I don't think you can do that against Jasudavicius. Because Jasudavicius just honestly ragdolled and destroyed Maverick on the feet and ground. And she beat Hernandez, could win, I guess. But Natalia Silva's different. Not a bad loss. Silva might become a champ one day, to be honest. And she's improving more and more. From that Kenny Hansen performance to the Miranda Maverick performance, that tells me something. So I'm definitely going to go pick her to win this one. Plus, she's good takedown defense. She's big for the division. 5'7" to like 5'3". Cortez, or 5'5". Who cares? You're still shorter. You're still weaker. And Jiu-Jitsu Vicious will school her up in the feet. So I got Jiu-Jitsu Vicious winning this one. We move on up the card. Edgar Cyrus versus Daniel Lucero. Edgar Cyrus will win this one. Daniel Lucero, why is he in the UFC? What the fuck has this clown done for you? What has he done? CJ Vergara beat him. I know he looked good early on in that fight, but he still lost that fight. What has this clown done for you? Victor Altamirano beat him. How old is he? 27? Maybe they're just feeling bad for him, so they're giving him hope. But man, you're just wasting your time on this guy. Victor Altamirano beat him. Francisco Figueiredo beat him. Not even the good flyweights, like Jeff Molina, Figueiredo. Well, the worst Figueiredo, not Davison. Francisco Figueiredo. And Victor Altamirano. Those guys aren't even that good. You know? All those losses, compared to the one close loss in Tatsuro Taira, is impressive. And he was supposed to fight Felipe dos Santos. That's not... That guy just went to a close decision with Manel Cap. But he's supposed to fight him on the Contender Series. But Tatsuro Taira fight was close. Taira probably won slightly, but Taira, he usually dominates people and finishes them. Chavez, he struggled against. You know? And we were like, oh, Taira didn't look that good. So I think he'll go out there and finish Daniel Lucero with a body shot. Body kicks, body shots. Probably in the first round, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with Edgar Chavez. Plus, he's young, hungry, fights like Tony Ferguson. Yeah, it is risky because Lucero could chin him. But maybe he'll drop him early into scrap again. But I think Chavez will be able to get done early on. Or actually, probably later on. Probably later on, second, third round finish. We move on, up the card. I dropped my phone there. Roman Kopylov versus Josh Fremd. Now, if you were telling me this fight was happening back in 2018, I could look at this differently, but you gotta go Kopylov, man. Fremd, I just don't see how he's gonna win this one. I really don't. Like, Kopylov, he's slick. He's slick. You know, Kopylov's supposed to fight Hernandez. That was a good fight. That was a fucking banger, man. Hernandez ducked him, though. Because that would have been tested, like, is Hernandez good, bad on the feet? Or is Kopylov bad on the ground? I honestly think Kopylov probably would have won that, to be honest with you. But Kopylov was good. He beat Ribeiro, beat Soriano, beat Shevchenko. This will test his grappling. Hernandez fight really would have tested that, but this will also test his grappling and Fremd. But I think it's good enough. You know, we've seen guys like Duraev, close fight. Duraev's a good fighter. You know, probably falling off a bit now, but Duraev's a good fighter. You know, and it was a close fight there. Roberson beat him, though. That's not a good look, but I think he has improved enough. You know? Because if he wasn't confident about his takedown defense, he wouldn't be looking as good on the feet he is. But again, those guys don't have takedowns. So this is a tricky one, but I am going to go for like a decision win for Kopylov. He will struggle in this fight in some moments, but I think on damage on the feet, maybe get a knockdown here and there, and he'll get it done by decision. Doesn't have a great performance, but he wins, I'll say. And Josh Fremd puts up a good showing. He beat Jamie Pickett and Cedric Dumas. But I'm not going to forget you lost to Tracy Gore. Not a good look. Although he did make it competitive against Hernandez. I'm going Kopylov. We move on. Up the card. Lupita Godinez versus Elise Reed. Pretty self-explanatory here. I think this card is really easy to predict, by the way. Godinez will win. Elise Reed's not good. She doesn't have good takedowns. Godinez has good takedowns. She's overall the better fighter. And that's how that story goes. Godinez does struggle with range, but the takedowns are too much. Godinez is good at that. She has good subs as well. I can see like a first round armbar pretty easy here from Lupita Godinez. So that's what I'm going to go with. We move on at the card. Fernando Padilla, whatever his name is. Fernando Padilla versus Kyle Nelson. Fernando Padilla. He did beat Julian Rosa, but Kyle Nelson, Nelson just doesn't look good in his fights. I know he beat Blake Builder, but again, if you rewatch that fight, I know he did win that fight. Because Blake Builder is a dumbass and doesn't want to win anything. Kyle Nelson should have just made that look like an easy fight. But instead, it was somewhat competitive. You know, Doo Ho Choi's win, let's be real. But, like, he got a point deducted, I believe, in that fight. And Jai Harbour, close fight there. I'm not going to take anything away from that, but Billy Cortez beat him. Polo Reyes is shit. So I am going to lean Fernando Padilla to get it done here by KO in the first round. I like Kyle Nelson. I root for him. He's pretty cool. But Padilla is going to win this one. He's good. You got to go for Fernando Padilla. He's a good fighter. He did lose by Carlisle before, but I think he's going to go out. He did lose to Dan Ige as well, back in 2017. Yeah. I'm going to go for Fernando Padilla. I think he'll win this one by first round KO. I really hope, it's just Kyle Nelson's so open in the feet. Doesn't even have a great chin either. And I don't think he just will out-scrap Padilla. Blake Builder is just a dumbass. And just an idiot. No IQ. Alright? Padilla's not going to be that way. He's a Mexican. He'll come forward and try taking your head off. And not be a stupid... Where's Blake Builder from? Blake Builder's from... California. Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. That just says it all. Padilla will win this one. We move on. Up the card. Daniel Zellhuber versus Christos Giagos. Interesting one again, but I am going to be picking Daniel Zellhuber. Although this is one where it's interesting again, I just don't think Ricky Glenn's good. Alright, I just don't see that. And Thiago Moises, I know he beat Sean Soriano, but he's not good either. Carlton Minus is not good either. Like, you're beating Demir Hadzovic. Like, you're beating the worst of the worst, Christos Giagos. Did win a grappling match against some, I think, Kazakhstani guy. Or some American guy, actually. I don't know how he has that name, but... Yeah, I'm gonna go for, Daniel Zellhuber. Moises beat him. Sarukian KO'd him. Zellhuber looks like a teenager. But he beat Lana Venata. Great performance. He did lose Trey Ogden, though. I don't get these fucking losses these guys have. He did beat Lucas Almeida. Good win. But Trey Ogden did score him up a little bit. But close fight. That was his debut. It happens. And Ogden's tricky. Giagos is not tricky. You know, and Venata was very tricky. And he kind of ran through him. I'm going to go for... Zellhuber. Scoring up Giagos. And I think he'll get it done by like 30-26 decision. He'll drop Giagos lots of times in this fight. But Giagos is tough enough to stay alive. We move on. Up the card. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Terence Mitchell. I'm going to go for Raul Rosas Jr. Terence Mitchell... Why would they give Raul Rosas Jr. this? Why would they do that? Now, if he loses again, then he's fucking done. Because maybe he can say, oh, it's one off night. Christian Rodriguez is good. But can you really say that? Raul Rosas Jr. did lose that fight to Christian Rodriguez. Looked shit. Won the first round, but the last two, he didn't look good at all. Terence Mitchell looked terrible against Cameron Simon. I know Simon's good, but man, he didn't have any answer. He didn't do anything. He looked shit. He's not good. I don't care. I think Mitchell has a ground game weakness. I think even on the feet, Raul Rosas Jr. can win off the kicks. I got Rosas. I think he'll win this one. Plus, he did beat fucking... Who'd he beat? His debut. He beat some guy. Jay Perrin. I think he'll go out there and beat Terence Mitchell. I think it's really self-explanatory for him to do so. We move on. Up the card. Kevin Holland versus Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena. Kevin Holland. I'm going to go for Jack Della. I think Jack Della is going to go out there and win. I just don't think Kevin Holland... I just don't see him winning this one. I really don't. I think Jack Della is really good. I know he didn't look good against Basil Hafez, but I think Basil Hafez had a style toward JDM. If they both had a full camp for that fight, because this JDM was supposed to fight. I know he was supposed to fight Sean Brady in that, and that is a tough test. And he did have for preparation and shit, but he had to change opponents from Sean Brady to Josiah Harrell. You know, into the Basil Hafez. Dun. Obviously, he's not going to have the best shit. And he had a double weight cut as well. Alright? He didn't look good in that fight. But I bet you if they both had a full camp, Hafez versus Maddalena, like a 7 week camp, let's say, I bet you Maddalena would smoke him. And still, Maddalena should have won that fight, in my opinion. I rewatched it again. And Maddalena wins that 2-1. Last 2 rounds, definitely. I think Maddalena's got this in the bag. Are we gonna forget he just smoked Randy Brown? Smoked Randy Brown and fucking Holland to beat Chiesa, but Chiesa's not good. Ponce Nipio isn't good. These guys are old and done. Maddalena's a guy coming up right now. And Thompson scolded him with punches against the cage as well. I know Thompson mostly kicked in that fight against Holland, but Holland got scolded up with the punches as well. I think he got dropped in later rounds with the punches. Now, he was injured, I get it. But that's not a good look. Thompson ain't going to throw body shots. Alright? I think this is a tailor-made win for Jack Della Maddalena. And he beat Hamza. He did lose to Hamza Chimaev. But still, you know, I think Maddalena is going to go out there and get it done. I think he can. And Tim Means and Alex Oliveira are old men as well. Both of them aren't good anymore. So yeah, by default, I'm going to go for JDM. Body shot TKO. Yeah. I think JDM is still JDM. Just he had the worst circumstances against Basil Hafez. Yeah. I'm going to go for JDM winning this fight by body shot KO in the first round. We move on. Up the card to the main event. Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Oh, fuck. The rematch. I was thinking Grasso. But fuck. What I know Shevchenko. Grasso was scoring her on the feet last time. Because I know Shevchenko basically needed a grapple to win. Because on the feet, Grasso was just going her up with the boxing. And Shevchenko couldn't really get the kicks out there. And like, if she throws kicks here, it will get caught. Grasso is very smart at that. But Grasso can get out grappled. That's her weakness there. If she can fix that part in her game, she'll be a champ for a while. This is why I think Blanchfield exposes her. And I think Blanchfield also exposes Shevchenko. But for now, I want to pick Grasso. Because she was scoring her last time. You know, and Shevchenko's getting old. But Shevchenko could just... If Shevchenko does grapple... I don't know if Grasso can do anything. It's not like she has shit off her back. Alright, if I'm Grasso here, like, why not throw up arm bars, triangles, get Shevchenko worrying, and she'll be like, oh, let's stand up and trade, and that's where you're gonna win. So it's who does who better. It's who gets their game off, who gets their game plan off first. I don't know, I really think Grasso can. Yeah, most people are picking Shevchenko. I think Grasso can win. I really think she can. She's looking good. Fuck! Does Shevchenko want it back? Does she want it back badly? I don't think she does. Grasso is good. Good boxing. She has takedowns herself. She has jiu-jitsu attempts. Shevchenko can't really do much. I don't think Shevchenko can win. I don't know if she can. Alright? I think Grasso is good enough. She's improving more and more. She's only 30 years old. Alright? She's getting better. I think Shevchenko, once in this 25 minutes, will make a mistake. Grasso might as well. But Grasso is really good at capitalizing mistakes on these opponents. And I think Shevchenko, like if Grasso loses, oh well, we could run back a trilogy. Alright? We could run back a trilogy. I doubt it. I really doubt it, because Blanchfield and Fiora are there. Maybe they can fight each other and not be idiots. And we can run back a trilogy. Depends, though. If it's close, this is really close, then maybe. But if Shevchenko dominates, no. But I'm going to go for Alexa Grasso. I think she'll get it done here. I think the grappling weakness is there. But I think Grasso is the type to make more improvements here. I think she knew the grappling was bad there. But I'm going to make the improvements. I think she will. I think she'll get it done. I think maybe round 1 is Grasso. She's going to be piecing up Shevchenko. Maybe she'll get taken down round 2. Grasso wins round 3. Shevchenko has a close 4th. I'll go decision Grasso. 49-46, 48-47. I don't think she gets a finish again, but I think she will win clearly. Maybe round 1, 3, 4, close 5th. Let's go Shevchenko, I guess. So yeah, I think Grasso wins it. Plus, UFC knows what they want. You know what they want. The star always wins. And, Adesanya lost last week. Fuck. That is true, but Strickland scolded him, though. Let's be real. Grasso will win. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.